Whenever I see headlines like these, I always click on them because they represent such a fundamental psychological shift in how different generations view the relationship between work, time, and money. And there's a really fascinating debate that's been going on for a long time now, especially in workplaces where people say that, Gen Z workers lack work ethic while younger employees push back against kind of traditional workplace expectations. And in my opinion, as a CFP, as someone that talks about money psychology, what's really happening here isn't maybe necessarily laziness or entitlement. It's more of a shift about money psychology and the generational effects that can have on your money. Each generation develops its core money beliefs during their formative years, which can create really distinct identities that can later manifest in workplace behaviors. And that's why you kind of see these divides among different generations. Like, for example, boomers grew up during like this era of post-war prosperity where institutional loyalty reliably translated to financial security. And that's why you see kind of this ethos that they have where like time invested in work equals guaranteed financial returns. They had pensions, they believed in like longevity at one company. For example, I have parents that are boomers and they were always really surprised that, people my age job hopped a lot because they were kind of taught to stay in one place for your career. Gen X developed their financial identities during a period of corporate downsizing and economic volatility, and they might have learned that institutional loyalty doesn't guarantee security. So their equation could be skills plus adaptability equals financial survival. And of course, most millennials entered adulthood during the 2008 financial crisis, forming their financial identity around systemic uncertainty. So their equation becomes we need multiple income streams, we need to have meaning, and that equals sustainability. And now we have Gen Z. And they are coming of age and working during economic inequality, technological disruption, climate uncertainty. So their equation becomes I want flexibility, but I want boundaries and I want values alignment. And that is what sustainability and well being looks like to me. I think what a lot of employers interpret as poor work ethic is actually a different psychological framework for evaluating the time money exchange. Gen Z isn't necessarily working less, they're applying different criteria to determine whether a particular work arrangement represents a fair value exchange. And that's why I'm not sure there should be a for people to conform to older generational norms, but more of a respect and acknowledgement of where different generations are coming from and how that shapes their financial behavior and career behavior and working together to kind of find common ground there.